7 years were great. Like, well, okay,
Yeah.
but now what? Like, you got to figure this out. By the way, this is every Hollywood sports movie. It's Mighty Ducks, Mystery Alaska, Bad News Bears. It's the arrogant team that comes in, that's won everything. They have all the best, and they come in this little scrappy team that's got less talent, can't be stopped. And we start now with Mikal Bridges because all but silent for almost his entire game. And then bam, drops 14 points in the fourth quarter. Once again, the internet has fallen in love with him. That's 2 games in a row with fun memes. I gotta, Lou, I'm assuming if you're still a hater of Mikal Bridges at this point, then you just don't like him, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like, fourth quarter, he struggled as well. Everybody struggled in this game, but the fourth quarter, you switch into a different gear. You figure out, listen, I got to be one of the guys that's going to make plays. I'm going to make the shots that's afforded to me with so much attention on Brunson and so much attention on Cat. I'm going to be the guy that bring us back in this ball game. And Mikal was able to do that on both ends. He was able to do that on both ends of the floor. He made timely shots. He got a big stop. This is the second game in a row where he's got to steal for the game. Like, you got to give credit where it's due.
Yep.
So especially when a team has so much attention on 2 other guys, somebody has to be the guy that's going to stand out and that's going to make plays to be able to put you in a position to win basketball games. And that's why they brought Mikal Bridges to New York. That's why you go out and you put so much on the table to go get a guy like that, a Swiss Army knife, who's going to compete for 48 minutes. He played more minutes than anybody last night on the floor. And again, he wasn't as efficient, but in the fourth quarter, when it's time to win a basketball game, that's when he played his best. And that's what you brought him there for.
Yeah, and I think Bridges is tied to the boatload that they had to give up to get him. Usually when you do that, that's for a number 1 option or a 2 option that's going to be average 25 points a game and give you all that production. He can be that, but on the Knicks, he's not. And that's the beauty of Mikal Bridges. He's one of the better 2-way players. He's so versatile. You don't have to run plays for him. You don't have to put the ball in his hands, and he's still going to give you 15 to 20 and 5 and 6 rebounds and 3 and 4 assists and impact winning on the defensive end. Like Lou just said, game on the line, 2 huge plays at the end of the game. That is value. That is what he does. And he is a Swiss Army knife. He's so versatile. He can guard multiple positions. And again, you don't need to give him the ball. You don't want him going to take bad shots. That's not who he is. You have Jalen Brunson to go be that and to be the aggressive guy. You have Karl Anthony Towns, one of the best scoring, shooting bigs in the league. Mikal Bridges is that kind of glue piece that cuts and moves without the ball, goes on a 7-0 run when they need him the most last night in the fourth quarter to even have this game get somewhat close to be even in striking distance. That was Mikal Bridges. That's what he does. So again, I understand they gave up a lot to get him, but that's okay. Yep. You don't have to have all these all-star 25-point game scorers. Everybody has their role, and this is Mikal Bridges' role. Doesn't matter the first 3 quarters. 14 in the fourth and some big stops and clamps and doing what he did, that won them the game.
Oh, I think, by the way, so is he worth the 5 first-rounders then, or we just give me a thumbs up, thumbs down?
Again, I love him. I want him on my team. That's a lot. Like, again, do you want more for that? Sure.
A lot.
But like,
it is a lot. Look, if they end up going to the finals, I mean, who are we to say anything?
Yeah, if they get to the finals, everything is worth it. It doesn't matter.
It's all worth it. It's all been great.
We're talking that game, by the way, was all this talk about the new Celtics owner and them and him having to make decisions. They lose this series, those decisions get a lot easier.
Oh, God, yeah. I mean, he's sitting there courtside like, this is going to be cake. All right, let's talk Karl Anthony Towns. Again, I feel like the theme here is the Knicks figure out ways during the course of the game to adjust, to adapt, to tweak, whereas Celtics do none of that. Because here we are with Karl Anthony Towns, 21, 17 rebounds. He only shot 1 3. So clearly there are different ways for the same guy to come out and have different games, Lou. Talk about Cat a little bit and how great this version of him really is.
Yep, he adjusted, played with his back to the basket, from the block to the mid-range, all the way out to the three-point line. Like, I've seen people criticize him for catching the ball at the 3, but again, where else are you going to find a guy this size that can be dangerous by putting the ball on the floor, especially when you got an older guy in Al Horford guarding you? Not to pick on Al Horford, that's my dog right there. But again, you got to take advantage of the advantages that you are afforded, and he was able to do that. He started on the block, even when he got pushed out to the mid-range. He face up. I got jump shot. I got drives. I got everything. You're going to push me out to the 3-point line. I got that too. But I'm not going to settle for the three. I'm going to put pressure on you to foul me or get out of my way because I'm 6'10", I'm 6'11", and you can't stop me when I put this ball on the floor. Not a lot of guys can play that way. So I give a lot of credit for Cat to being able to go look at the film and see what adjustments can you make, see how you can make it difficult for defenses to guard you. And last night he did that just by being himself, just by being more dominant than everybody else and being the aggressor.
Yeah, and we said this before the series. There's no one on the Celtics that can guard this man, and that is no disrespect to Al Horford, to Porzingis. He is a different kind of dude offensively. He's so talented. And again, you hit a couple threes, sure, go nuts. Take 15 threes in that game if you're hot and you're making 7, 8, 9 of them, no problem. But what he did is he adjusted last night, like Luda said. He played bully ball. He went back to the basket. He got to his hook. And because of that, then they started to help him. Then he's making passes, finding cutters. And we haven't even talked about Josh Hart. Josh Hart was the best player on the floor last night for the Knicks the entire game. And that is the beauty of this team. Jalen Brunson, they know is the guy. They know the ball is going to be in his hands in clutch. Just won the clutch player of the year. Cat does what he does. The beauty of OG and Bridges and Josh Hart, they don't need the ball. They play within their game. They play hard and they defend. And no matter what they're happening on their offensive game, missing shots, making shots, that doesn't impact their effort on the other end. And that is rare these days. We just saw Houston go with that. Certain guys' offensive game wasn't going. They were taken out of the game and the Rockets were better without him on the floor. That's not the case with Josh Hart. It's not the case with Bridges. That's not the case with OG. There's value in those type of versatile players that are 3-and-D type of guys.
I'm a little curious about this. So the Knicks they're very slight favorites to come out of the series, which doesn't feel like they're slight. But they're 5-point underdogs in game 3, which can you imagine the Garden on Saturday afternoon? Dear Lord. Celtics were the best team in the league on the road all season long. Chandler, what chance are you giving the Celtics to actually turn this thing around?
They have to, right? Like this is it. Like you're not going to go down 3-0. They need this game.
I don't think they're gonna.
It is a little nuts that they're 5-point favorites after everything we said. But like Lou mentioned earlier, they've won like 6 of these 8 quarters. They haven't done everything wrong. They have gotten big leads and have done some things right. They have just gone ice cold. We haven't seen 25 for 100. I don't think that's going to continue for these next couple of games. So yes, there's hope. Yes, they're still a really, really good team. And we are 1 win away from talking about them having all the momentum and the Knicks having all the pressure to go up 3-1 on their home floor. So again, the Knicks have done a great job. They have been resilient. They have been the tougher team. Those first 2 games are over with now. Can they stay locked in? And then can they win a game? And can they play a game without creating such a deficit and such a hole? Can they get the early lead and can they keep it? So I'll mention this game obviously is going to be awesome because this game is the series for the Boston Celtics. And I do think they'll respond. And I see the ticket prices are insane. I think it's like $980 just to get in or something. Like it's going to be
crazy.
Awesome. It's going to be awesome at the Garden. I mean, call me crazy. I think the Celtics get this one. They have to.
I think it's a 0.00 chance that the Boston Celtics come out of this series.
You're thinking sweep?
That's or gentlemen's at best. I truly, there was actual like fear in their eyes and nothing but confidence on the Knicks side. And I don't know why that would change do you know how hostile that building's going to be on Saturday? If you were scared at home in front of your friends and family, yeah, good luck on Saturday in New York, Celtics.
Sometimes it's better to get away from the noise. Sometimes it's better to put your city on your back, go out on the road and get a win. I'm telling you, listen, there's only been one team with a home win so far. Let's see if that keeps going. Right.
By the way, that's crazy. That's
crazy, it's only been one win at home so far. So let's see if that keeps going. But if the Celtics are anything like we thought they were, like Jaylen Brown said it last night, we have to show what we're made of. If we're the team that we think we are, we got to go out on the road and we got to perform. I expect them to bounce back. I expect them to tweak some things, but again, they can't be this stubborn to the fact that this is beating them. This is killing them slowly, and they won't make adjustments. I think we see a different team that finishes the job come up for a couple of days, but who knows?
What?
I gotta be honest with you. I'd be more surprised at a sweep or a gentleman's sweep than the Boston Celtics winning 4 straight and winning in 6. Like that. That's
Would
how
you like
good
to put a friendly wager on it?
Let's not turn on them so quickly.
I'm just asking if you want a friendly wager. One of your watches versus something I pick out of my house. All right, boom.
Oh
All right,
I was a witness.
Yep, Lou's there and whoever's watching. We do have a fun video. I just want anybody who's played professionally, that would be you two. Tell me how this happens.
I talked about this last night in real time with the group chat. I said, "Whoa,
I've never."
Did y'all anybody watching the game?" But that's what
it might be the worst. It might be the worst air ball of all time.
It has to be, right? It has to be. And just his reaction, like he thought it was gonna be real. I mean, I've been tired before, but
look at the score. They're up 14 with 8 minutes to go. This happens. The bench is laughing, and they still took this lead.
That is grit. Mike, I could watch this. I might watch this 50 more times during the course of today. There was another game last night, although you wouldn't know it because unlike most of the games we